Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Dewaniya podcast. Whoop whoop, that's the sound of the police. I missed you guys so much, but I'm finally back. And today I have a very, very, very special guest. She's one of my closest friends, Sara. Woo! How are you doing?
Hi, Shaky.
Are you super excited that you're on the podcast?
I'm very excited. I'm finally on Shushu's podcast. I waited for years for this, and I'm very proud of you.
Aw, thank you.
I know I don't sound that excited right now, but I'm very excited for my first time experience and that it's with you.
And I'm very excited too for the same reasons.
Let's go.
Yes. And today we're going to be talking about friendships in general, just asking each other questions and, you know, getting to know each other on a deeper level.
Yes, I hope so.
فجهزوا القهوة وارتاحوا وحياكم على الديوانية.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So, Shushu, I heard you have some questions for me.
I do.
I feel very famous right now.
Yeah. Well, first of all, let's talk about how me and you met.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Nothing that exciting, to be honest, but it was very fun. I remember the first time we met, which was through our husbands.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we clicked instantly, I remember, over a brief talk of politics. Typical.
Wait, but before that, we were having dinner in Bahrain.
Oh, yeah.
And then you came وأنا أجاني مغص. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, but we need to leave.
I canceled that from my memory. I don't consider that as the first time.
I
was like, oh, she's cute. I did have that thought. Yeah.
And you look like so cute. And like you said, وهيك you're coming and you're smiling from ear to ear. And I felt so bad because I was dying. And I was like, I need to leave. And then my husband told you guys and then we left.
I was actually still very happy to see you. I know it was brief.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but I'm a very chill person. What can I say? To me, it was like amazing meeting Shushu. Also, you were one of the first people I met when I moved to the Eastern region.
No way. Yes. You know, I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't have friends other than my gamer friends.
No way.
Yeah.
And I feel like for me, I finally like got my Palestinian sister, you know what I mean? And you're right about the politics thing. When we sat down, I was like, someone finally gets it. Someone really gets it.
I think what's interesting is we're both Palestinian. However, we both lived totally different lives.
That's true.
And seeing that different like perspective was very interesting for me.
Yeah. And I genuinely learned a lot from you.
Oh, thank you.
Like when it comes to the situation. Oh. But yeah.
Yeah, I learned a lot from you too. A lot of the stuff you told me about your family, about the situation. I am very like far from my culture, let's say. I've lived here my whole life, so you brought me back to some aspect of it.
Yeah, I remember لما كنت أجيب لك زيتون.
Yeah, oh my God. Life saved.
والله لازم أجيب لك من جديد.
People don't understand how important that is.
Yeah.
That's brings back people to the
Yeah, no, generally it's like because we can't go to the land, to Palestine, so it's like it's what keeps us grounded and connected to it.
True.
That's why we're pretty much like very, what's the word? Like, not aggressive, بس إنه هيك passionate. That's a good word. Like we're so passionate about Palestinian products and stuff because we can't physically be there, but this is like how it keeps us going.
Yeah, true. It keeps you connected.
Yeah.
And also we had a lot of other things in common. I remember when we really got closer was, of course, my great analytical skills were in play here.
Yeah.
When it was the first time you needed a friend to talk to
Yeah.
about your, you know, friendship related issues.
Yeah.
And I also had a lot of problems at that time. And we just had the same, let's say, we were in the same stage in life
Yeah.
with self-awareness. And I
True.
remember we both discovered our people-pleasing issues.
Yes, definitely. Oh my God.
That was life-changing.
I can't go back to that, Sara, ever.
Yeah, it was really hard to get out of it. Alhamdulillah, we're out of it. But I think without our friendship, we wouldn't have been able to recognize.
True.
Like, it was eye-opening.
Yeah. And I don't know if I ever gave you the credit, but like you really helped me get out of my bad place.
I'm glad this is recorded.
Like I feel like if
This is forever recorded that I'm great. Thank you.
but no, genuinely, like I feel like هيك الله سخرك في حياتي
Wow.
at a time that I really needed you. And I feel like you came at the perfect time in my life. I feel like if you weren't there, I couldn't have vented and talked to somebody who understood me unapologetically and gave me the correct advice and sometimes told me, hey, you're batshit crazy right now. You need to calm down. You know what I mean? Like, Anjad, thank you.
Wow.
I don't feel like I ever told you that.
You've never told me that. I'm so happy right now that it's recorded. And thank you. Like, the time that I was going through a lot of self-awareness issues and insecurities because, you know, we both dealt with narcissists, alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
And and it was helpful because you validated my experience. Through helping you, I also was helping myself. Like, without this connection we formed, I would have still be doubting myself right now.
Yeah.
Forever.
But sometimes I felt like I was draining you. Like I felt like I had too much emotions, too much baggage. And I knew you also had a lot like of pain and hurt. And I felt like I was leaning on you way too much that sometimes I felt like I became toxic.
Actually, that's the interesting part about our friendship is because you needed that venting and I needed to be the wise Sara that I thought I was. So you weren't draining me. Actually, I was helping you and helping myself through it. So our conversations were the time I was aware and
Okay.
I was confident and I was finally finding a purpose in life because my inner goal in life is to help people. So energetically speaking, you were always filling my cup. And your feeling that you're draining is not from me or from you. It's from the people you interacted with, I think, that made you feel draining. And I always had the chance to tell you, we had really good communication. I was always able to tell you, hey, Shushu, I'm not okay right now, or I need a break, or if I disappear, you would understand, you know?
Yeah.
So I never felt drained by you.
Well, alhamdulillah. Because sometimes, and maybe you're right, maybe because me, like personally, a lot of the time I feel like I'm a burden to a lot of people because I don't feel like I'm that anymore really, but before, when we first met, I felt like I had so many emotions everywhere, you know?
And I remember we had that conversation way in the start, like, hey, if I burden you, let me know.
Yeah.
if any of us is upset from each other, like if I say anything offensive or you say anything, we had that agreement that we will tell each other. And that was like a big load off my chest because most of the people we interacted with at that point were people who avoided confrontation and held on to things and kept their distance a mystery.
Yeah.
They just disappear or they just, you know.
Or they wouldn't say.
They wouldn't say, or they use your flaws against you, you know.
Yeah. I felt like
weaponize them.
Yeah. I definitely felt like the foundation of our friendship was amazing. I felt like we started on the right foot, not wrong foot. So used to saying the wrong foot. But we definitely started on the right foot. We set our boundaries from the beginning. And I feel like we were very unapologetically honest to each other.
So when do you think our friendship was a little bit on the weaker side? Like we maybe needed some work. When was the phase you were like, oh, we need to have a conversation? Did you face any of those phases?
Honestly, I feel like when you started not coming over as often, I feel like I was trying to understand what was going on. I never took it personally, but I also at the same time felt like there was something wrong. But I also felt at the time that when I would try to talk to you, you were so in whatever state you were in that it's like you weren't willing to talk about it. You were very, I don't know how to explain it, but like it was like you were caged in your thoughts. So if I came and I told you like, Sara, you're working too much. I don't know if you remember this one time, but when I kind of brought it up, like, hey, you're working too much, you started yelling on the phone, not at me, but you were like, أنا زهقت من كل حدا يقول لي إنه أنا بشتغل كتير. And like
It sounds like me.
yeah,
Yes.
you flipped out on the phone, not at me, but at the question.
At life.
You know what I mean? And I was like, okay.
You know why?
Yeah.
Sorry, continue first.
Okay. So then for me, I was like, okay, I don't think it's right for me to even dive into that because of the reaction I got.
Yeah.
So I felt at that time that I wouldn't say that it, well, yeah, it was like the weakest, but I wouldn't say it was making our friendship weak more than I felt like I wanted to be there for you.
But you couldn't.
But I felt like you didn't want to receive it, or you didn't, I don't know how to explain it really.
No, I know exactly what you mean. So sometimes, or in that phase, yes, I was really pouring myself into my work, and it wasn't the reason I was miserable. And I think I was fed up with people assuming that that's the reason of my misery. When it's voluntary, like I invested in my job, I poured myself into my job. And now that I'm out of it, I realized that it was a way of coping because I needed a win. I needed a place where I can release all my creative thinking, you know, and feel somehow, you know, work gives you that satisfaction of your instant productivity, you know, feeling like you're productive. And at that time, I wasn't having the best time of my life energetically or emotionally. So, relationally, I was drained by every single person. And it's not you per se, it was the situations I kept putting myself in, and I start blaming everything around me for my misery, if that makes sense. And my job was my win. And I hated that people didn't see that I was drowning, and they only saw that, oh, Sara is just working too much. It's not just working too much. It's a deep feeling of loneliness I couldn't describe. Also, I was getting a lot of criticism. Constantly, maybe not by you, of course, but by people around me telling me how I have major flaws in my character and I shrunk myself around people. And the only time I can be myself, my great self, was at work. Oh. So when people criticized my working hours, I was like, no,
you're not going to touch that.
Do not even blame my work.
Yeah.
Like, literally, it's not the issue. And now I see clearly my job was actually not my issue at all.
Yeah. So back to bouncing off something you said that about the drowning, that drowning part. For me, I noticed you were drowning, but I didn't think you were drowning because of not work.
That's the thing.
You know, because
I don't give people a map. And that's
you know what I mean? Like, and I'm going to explain to you why. Because I have people in my life who are very workaholics, okay? And I see that once they get in that state, it becomes like an addiction.
Yep.
And they drown themselves in work.
Yep.
وفجأة بنسوا كل إشي حواليهم. You know, because I've seen it. And I didn't want you to end up like that.
See, yeah, that's where my self-awareness comes. I was never, it was never a forever plan. I always knew I'm gonna not invest all my life in this job. I just, at that period of time, I decided I'm gonna invest everything there for that period until I get out of my whatever
Like your
achievement.
funk.
I needed to achieve something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And honestly, work became my social life, my satisfaction, my everything. And whenever I would hang out with people at that period of time, I would just feel drained because I was not verbalizing, first of all, what I need. It's all on me. You cannot keep blaming your friends for not being there for you. I realize it now. I wasn't vocalizing my needs. I wasn't saying what changed in me because I did change. My thoughts about friendship changed. I was surrounded by a lot of anger in my head. Every time I would hang out with any person, they would give me a version of myself I've never even acknowledged or seen.
What do you mean by
sometimes
that?
It's not true. يعني for example, if I sit with Shushu points out things about my personality that I didn't see as a flaw.
Okay.
And you think, oh, this is so simple. You're 35 years old. You should be over this, you know?
Yeah.
But these things accumulate, especially if you're vulnerable. And it becomes very confusing to get out of because the people you trust around you are your source of information about yourself. Let's say they are the only people who see you, right?
Right.
So when the people I see became the people that don't see me, that's when I realized I have to make a change in my environment. So I was invested at work, the same time trying to build my own community. What kind of friends do I need to surround myself with? And then I went extreme. I was like, you know what? I don't want anyone. Everyone around me doesn't support me. I went into victim mode a little bit for some few months. And then I realized, Sara, you can't be a victim when you didn't verbalize to people. Some people do want to be that friend for you, including Shushu, for example. That's when I woke up and I was like, hey, Shushu, listen, I've done some wrong things. I've been in a rut, as you said. And I got out of it and I lost a lot of friends now. And I'm happy about it. Like, not that I'm happy about loss. It's just that I'm happy that things are cleared up for me now. The type of friends I'm looking for are different types of people now. Maybe simply just people, you know, you can communicate with without having disrespectful comments back at you, without having any, you know, character destructive comments, you know?
Yeah.
يعني, I think at 35, I've built myself. There is a reason who I am. I know my strong points. It's kind of weird that my strong points are actually verbalized by other people now, are the same points that people criticize.
Right.
So you become aware that for some reason, some people can't let you live. They just can't handle having different types of people around them that don't grow the same way they do, you know?
Yeah. Like you mean
it's
like they have a
still
certain
questionable.
mental state?
Not mental state. Let's say fixed principles and thoughts and, you know, beliefs.
Right. فلما
belief
تعطيهم إشي معارض, it's like, no. Is that what you mean?
They reject anything different than
Yeah.
them. And then they question why people just leave their life. It's because you don't respect other people's well-being, you know, like I have to take care of what I say, what I do, how I do it, and have a lot of self-awareness and apologize when needed, you know, verbalize when needed. If I need help, I should ask for it.
Right.
And don't help anyone who didn't ask for help. It's not on you. It's not on you to solve the puzzle. Like
Right.
I said, you tried to solve my puzzle, but At that state, no one can solve the puzzle. Maybe now in the future, if something reoccurs, you'll know what to do. Like, you'll know, oh, Sara, you're heading there. Like, be
Yeah.
careful, you know. But till then, it's my responsibility to communicate.
Yeah. Going back to something you said about people pointing out personality traits, let's say, about you, do you think that it's the way they said it more than it is what they said?
I think you can say something so many times for it to finally hit. Like, for example, I had someone, I don't know if I should mention this, but sure. I had someone who pitied me,
Okay.
like said pitiful comments, like miskeen, haram, you know,
Yeah.
for like 4 years.
Oh.
After 4 years, I woke up from my coma and I realized I became that person. Like, I know it's sad to say that, but when you surround yourself with people who only say negative things, even if they're not in you,
Yeah.
it will hit you. And that's the lesson I learned.
Yeah, kind of like a child, right? If there's a child
Yep.
and you label that child troublemaker
Yep.
from the beginning. Troublemaker, 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 trouble. Eventually, that kid is actually going to become a troublemaker because that's what you labeled them as. When in reality, maybe they were just hyperactive. You know what I mean?
Or they were just kids. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
I heard it. I heard a lot of things. I heard a lot of negative things in the past, I would say 8 years. I know it's so huge, like 8 years
Yeah.
passed. And I only started to realize the power of the words used around me about myself. It took me a lot of fights to be crushed like this, you know?
Yeah.
And if you met me in middle school or high school or any time of my life, I was bullied, okay? I was bullied for a long
Welcome
time.
to the club.
However, it never affected me. Like, it never really hit me. Like, I would always just go read my book, you know? You know what? I'll just become a doctor, you know? Like,
Oh, wow.
to me, it was like a challenge. Oh, you're going to bully me? Okay, watch me become a doctor, you know? Watch me become successful. Watch me become a Toastmaster, whatever. In college, I was a hyperachiever, nerd, whatever you want to call it. But it took me to reach my rock bottom, like to be in a vulnerable state. That's the key element. Some people wait for you to reach your rock bottom.
Yeah.
To convince yourself or prove to themselves that, yes, Sara is not as great as she is. Why does that happen? I have no idea. You know, people say don't victimize yourself. I'm not victimizing myself. I see my flaws.
Yeah.
However, when people are vulnerable, they absorb information way more, or they get abused without awareness. More like,
Yeah, like they're taking advantage of the situation because you are already in a, like you said,
Yeah.
vulnerable place. So
I don't think they do it consciously. It's just, that's human nature, you know?
I disagree.
So if we're talking about narcissism, yes, some people, I don't like to throw terms like that, but yes, let's say people with narcissistic qualities or people who are
Traits.
insecure in general, they want to prove that no one is better than them. And if I do something better than you, Shushu, for example, I can cook better than you.
Okay.
Okay? You don't want that version of another human to exist in your environment because you don't want to improve your cooking.
Are you talking about narcissists right now?
Or
Because that
people
sounds
with
very
qualities.
narcissistic.
Yeah, let's say I don't want Shushu to be a good cook, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't want her to exist. I don't want to learn from her. I don't want to be as good as her.
I want to put her down.
I want her not to exist in order for me to feel good about my cooking.
Yo, but that's messed up.
But that's reality. It exists. I know it's messed up, and it was hard for me to believe that it happens, and it happened so many times. And that's the thing. People who face this type of people, like me or you, we question ourselves too much.
Yeah.
We're like, what if I'm wrong? What if I'm exaggerating? Well, guess what? I'm not exaggerating. I was in severe self-neglect and destruction because of these types of people.
Yeah.
Until now, I still make sure, Sara, don't be a narcissist. You're not a victim.
Yeah. But see, that's what I mean. I don't feel like people do it unconsciously. I feel like, unfortunately, especially in women, they somehow, when they think someone is weaker than them, or they see someone is weaker than them, diamond, they want to be on top, regardless of what it is. I feel like every girl has it in them to want to be the queen bee.
See, I don't think it's they want someone weaker than them. I don't think I was ever weak. I think I was just not aware of my strength. You're going to say, Sara, that's the same thing. No. If you're not aware of your strength and someone comes and tells you it's a weakness, by the way.
Okay, let me rephrase what I meant. I didn't mean you're weak. At a time of weakness.
At a time of vulnerability,
Yes.
yes. You will not see your greatness. So
You mean?
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, at that time, you're not your strongest. You, as Sara or me, if I was in a bad situation, I'm suffering a loss, I'm suffering whatever it is.
Yeah.
أنا عقلي مش معي بالضبط. I am in a weaker state
Yes.
than I usually would, and I feel a lot of time people take advantage of this situation, okay, to, like the situation you said about,
Feel good about themselves, yeah.
or like putting you down somehow, you know? Like, I feel like, okay, that's why I asked you the original question. You know, do you think it's what they said, اللي حطمك, or is it the way they said it? Because I feel it all has to do with intention, right? Like, let's say, I saw you, Sara, إنه أنتي مثلا, you were in a vulnerable situation and whatnot, like that phase you were going through, right? And let's go a little further than that. Let's say before I met you, let's assume that I kept seeing, okay, like you method, I'm just going to say something ridiculous. إنه أنتي every night you'd go and you'd open a sad movie to watch, and you'd cry
Are you watching me?
and you'd like cry yourself every single night, and you're already in a very sad state, very bad situation, and every single night you're doing the same thing, and it triggers the initial feeling all over again, right?
Yes.
طيب, I come to you and I see this, and I see إنه أنتي هذا this action عن جد أنا from a very like من حبي إلك, I'm seeing that this what you're doing
Is wrong.
مو wrong بس عم بيحطمك. Like there's people that watch sad movies every day. They don't get affected مثلا the way you would. If I came, I feel, with the intention of genuine care, like, Sara, I love you and I know everything you're going through, la la la. But to be completely honest, I feel like you watching a sad movie every night is really not helpful. I feel like it would put you back in the same sad situation. I wish you would يعني, try your best, although you can't, but try to add something more lighthearted. Okay. Even to temporarily get you out of that mood. I don't feel, and correct me if I'm wrong, if I were to say something like that to you, that you would feel I'm trying إنه أحطمك, or I bring out an insecurity, or like even say a trait in you that doesn't exist, so that يعني هيك فجأة I بخلقه فيكي. فهمتي علي?
Can I respond to
Yeah,
you saying
sure.
that? I'll be like, Ya Allah, it's not about the movies. The movies are the only thing that make me feel better. I'm crying. I'm releasing energy. Why can't anyone understand what I'm going through?
Right.
That's literally...
What
See, I have two comments here. Number one is, when you think you understand, you don't. So first step is ask, you know? Don't assume the action the person is doing is what's hurting them. without asking first. That's my advice. My second thing is people who do things with good intentions, it will always show.
Okay.
No matter what. And the proof is our friendship. You had good intentions. It means you will not take my responses seriously or personally. You will be understanding and empathetic. صح ولا لا? And it will come back to the person later. They will remember that you were the only person who, for example, tried to give them advice.
Right.
And you were showing love. You were showing empathy, like I said. So I don't think good intentions ever fire back. And whoever says, I just had good intentions and it fired back at me, that's not good intention.
Yeah.
And people who abuse good intended people, they have bad intentions. And they can't believe or perceive that someone with good intention even exists. And you're going to laugh. I face these people. I face people like that who couldn't comprehend there is someone in this world who actually wants to help them out or be there for them.
Right.
They always thought there is bad intention underneath that. They always question it. So, of course, stay with good intentions. Always be kind. You lose nothing if you were kind. هلا في energy scale for kindness, you know? Kindness has a limit too.
Yeah.
So when did you feel that you need to be unkind? Have you ever had one of those incidents?
Okay, this is really funny.
I feel like
When did I feel I had to be unkind? Look, I'd like to say until now, a big flaw. I don't
I feel
know.
like you're gonna say something narcissistic now. Be careful.
No, but genuinely,
I was always great.
I was always fine. No.
Everyone loves me.
أنا مشكلتي Sara, I have to get past the passive aggressiveness. You know what I mean? And become assertive. I have I have an avid fear of confrontation. Now.
That's so weird. I never saw that from you. I feel like
Okay, I have an avid fear of confrontation, and now I'm a lot better. Okay.
perfect.
But I tried with my friendships, you know, especially the ones that were newer, like with you. I consider you like
Fairly new.
Yeah.
8 years.
yeah, no, but you know what I mean? Like after college, after هذا when خلاص, I knew what my boundaries were kind of.
Post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, post. I tried my best to learn from my mistakes in the past and try to do a friendship with an open dialogue from the get-go and start the boundaries من الأول عشان ما أرجع لنفس المشاكل اللي سويتها من قبل. And I'm talking about friendships that I had after college. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like the adult friendship.
Yeah, like that was my problem. And I couldn't ever be like, let's say, unkind. If I were unkind to somebody,
Yeah.
I couldn't sleep at night.
Oh my God.
But when did I feel like I had to be unkind? I feel like there's a few people in my life that pushed me so much that I had to cut them off. There's people in my life who pushed me so much by talking behind my back and said disgusting things about me, about my character, about my family. And I couldn't stay silent anymore. And I had to release it in one way or another. But
So did you say something unkind to them?
no,
See, you were never unkind.
I sound so fake right now, but
Do you think cutting people off is unkind? I think it's kindness to myself, honestly.
yeah, okay, that's a really good way to do it. Honestly, to be completely honest with you, I've cut people in my family off. And I couldn't wait to do it because it was my whole life being emotionally abused. My whole life, just for being who I was. And then the minute I turned 18 and I was no longer under this fear, under their wing or whatever you want to call it, I cut them off. And I can say easily now, والله يسامحني يعني. In the end of the day, they're family. But it was the best decision I've ever done in my life. You know?
See, I'm pro fighting for relationships, whether they're family or friendship. I'm pro giving chances. However, I'm not pro self-sacrifice.
Yeah.
And I understand sometimes we have to do what we have to do to self-sustain because life is difficult on its own. And having relational issues, that's what I call them now. I'm so fancy. But having relational issues adds to your burden. Friendships, family, they're supposed to be a community where you support each other, especially friendship, because it's the family you chose, you know?
Yeah.
People are so right about this. They are people you chose. You're not forced or obligated to tolerate. So just be a good friend, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Shoot.
Do you believe friendships can come back after they end?
Yeah. But in very rare circumstances. And it depends on who did what. Meaning, who hurt who? What is the effort that's being put in?
Let's say someone hurt you really bad.
Okay.
Like, very destructive. They did all the bad things.
Okay.
What are the conditions for them to be your friend again?
I think that I would first of all need a genuine apology. Second of all, I need to see real change. Like you can't come and apologize and in the same breath I still notice that you're the same person.
Which is like, give you...
Sneaky.
I'm sorry, but it was your fault.
Yeah. And just being sneaky and have hidden intentions of why they even came and apologized in the first place.
See, you can't tell intentions, right? You can't know.
It's happened to me, Sara. Let's not forget.
Yeah. They show with time. Like
sometimes it's the same phone call, bro.
Wow.
Let's you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, some people are too obvious.
I don't even want to open it up. But yeah.
You know yourself. Please correct your actions. CC all my friends.
CC all.
No, I've had these friendships. I've had these friendships that, destroy your whole character and they want you to shrink yourself. And if you allow me to answer this question, in my field of expertise.
Yes, Dr. Sara. She's actually a doctor.
for the first time. So when I cut off friendships, I think about all the scenarios. And I never cut off a friendship that I think we still have something, some common grounds or like same principles. Like most people I cut off, they really have different life principles and foundational issues.
Okay.
That I consider foundational. Like, for example, don't lie. If they are liars, I don't need to confront you. Hey, you're a liar.
Okay.
I can just cut you off because lying, I'm not talking about, hey, I'm sorry, I have to go see my mom and then she goes out to the mall. No, I don't care about these lies.
You mean like bigger lies?
I'm talking about lying as a character. You are just a liar. You know?
Like a habitual liar.
Habitual liar.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like those people, yeah, of course. But I'm talking, what if, okay.
But see, when you start drifting away from a friend and they hurt you, I'm sure they didn't just hurt you like she didn't invite you to a party, مثلا. No, like they hurt your character and they have different life principles.
Yeah.
For example, I would never be rude to someone in my house.
Yeah.
Never be rude to someone. Even if they are the rudest people on earth, I would never be rude.
Yeah.
I will always respect anyone entering my house. You think these are simple rules. However, people can disrespect you in different ways. So when I cut someone off, it's because I gave up. I saw so many red flags. I've been in so many disrespectful situations that I can't count. I have confronted, I have tried, I have spoke up. And I realized we are two different people. No way I can have you in my community. And I'm trying to grow a community, a healthy one.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense.
So in my opinion, no, I wouldn't bring back the friendship. Even though I did in the past, but the friendship will not be the same ever.
Yeah. But what about the situation when I told you yes? What about a situation, Sara, where someone genuinely gets help? Like sees us, let's say, habitual liar, right?
Yeah.
Let's say this person, out of the blue, grows up or whatever and starts realizing, hey, I actually have a problem. Just scenario. Goes and gets help, goes and sees psychologists and tries and therapy and all of that. And one of the steps they tell them is to go back and try to talk to the friends that they lied to and hurt, for example. And they come and they apologize to you and whatever. And you see genuine growth, and this person genuinely is trying really, really hard to change because they realized that I'm not a good person. I had a problem, for example. For me, I would never kick a horse when it's down.
Good point.
But
Because you're kind.
I agree with you that I don't think the friendship would ever go back to what it was. I'd keep them at an arm's length, go to cafes, whatever. But I would never really let them in my personal space, you know, like in my home, around my kids, all of that. That's earned over time.
Have you ever met someone who, since you spoke about having therapy or realization, have you ever seen someone who weaponized therapy?
In what way?
Like, oh, I went to therapy, I'm a liar, let's be friends again.
No.
They can weaponize these things sometimes. So, sorry, I'm too dark, but I'll keep it simple. Let's hope this person realized before I had an insane growth away from them, like
Right.
space. Because I grow so fast. I feel like in 2 months I can have a lot of realizations, grow and have a different life, different mentality.
Right.
Yani, growth happens so fast for me because I'm always self-reflecting. So if this person, after 10 years, realized they're liars, for example, I don't care. Oh, hi, how are you? Good, nice, bye. You know, like you should have, first of all, realized your flaws way long ago before you hurt me. You know, especially that we're old now. We're not talking high school. We're talking about adults.
Yeah, I was going to tell you, sorry not to cut you off, but let me tell you a real situation of mine.
Sure.
When I was in middle school, okay, I don't want to get really into a lot of details, but basically I hurt somebody, okay? I said something, I was angry, you know, I'm talking middle school. And that essentially basically ruined my whole relationship with that person. Time passed, stopped for obviously, whatever. I got married, okay? Ended up seeing that person randomly on LinkedIn. I took the time to go and write this person a personal message in private, obviously, to apologize. Because I realized, obviously, after all these years, that I realized it way before. But I mean,
No,
I felt I needed to say the apology for me.
Yes.
You know? And at the same time, for them, I feel like, yeah, like you said, they're probably so over it, they're not even thinking about it. But I have an issue where stuff like that eats at me.
I mean, it's respectful of you to do that. However, I'm sure you're not like that. I'm just saying, don't expect the other person to just forgive you. Like,
No, definitely.
If you say these things, it's respected. Thank you for your self-awareness. However, I'm not obligated to be like, oh, I forgive everything. Because depending on how bad the experience is, I'm sure
Yeah.
middle school was traumatizing for everyone. And we all learned from it. But if my high school bully, for example, comes and apologizes, I'm going to be like, I'm past it, you know?
Yeah.
And if the other person, again, weaponizes this apology against me and expects me to go back to normal, that's when I have an issue with it.
Yeah. No, in my situation, alhamdulillah, it was very well received.
Nice.
It was like I was so over it ages ago. Thanks. Hope you're doing well. That was pretty
I
much
mean,
it.
it would be a red flag if she still like has your picture somewhere and like,
Right? Like,
throwing
like
darts
voodoo
at-
shit. Yeah, no, I get it.
And I, if it matters, I do forgive everyone who hurt me in the past. It just doesn't mean I want to be in the same place as you. I'm way past it, you know. I think no matter what, from my experience at least, all these people that did hurt me in the past, they're stuck in the same place. So if I grew out of that circle, it doesn't make sense for me to go back to it because I grew out of it. It's like buying a new pair of shoes.
I get you.
كرامة.
Let me tell you a situation about this. In forgiving people in your past. I was in high school. This one dude thought he was like hot shit. And he would only go for the popular girls and whatever and all of that. La la la. You know the drill. And he was such a bully to me. In high school. Like unbelievable. I go to college. He's there. He's younger, by the way, just FYI, like 2 years younger. And he comes to the same college. I was so over it, but not really, if you understand what I'm saying. And there's this one time I was with a group of people, he comes. It was in college, so it was like outdoors. It was just like a pass by. He comes, he knew some of the people that I was around. So I jokingly go to him. True story, by the way. And I was like, hey, you were so mean to me in high school and making fun. In my head, I thought his response would be like, haha, laugh it off, sorry, whatever. Yeah, I was stupid. He's like, I know. Turned his head and walked away.
Oh, wow. Some people don't grow up.
Yeah. And this guy is like, whatever. I don't want to get into it. But anyway, so when
Well, he's famous now.
yeah, pretty much. But anyway, when I see people like that, I don't know if it's like, oh, I'm over it. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, ew. What turned into I'm over it, it was more of like, inta واحد تافه. You know? I don't want to even be associated to you. And I'm actually glad that I'm not.
So actually, good thing. I have a question here. If that person you're talking about listened to this episode right now, what would you want them to know?
Allah yahdik. I don't have anything to let them know.
I would tell him, I hope you grew up. That's it.
لا الله يهديك.
الله يهديك.
يعني الله يساعدك على التفاهة اللي احنا عايشين فيها. Thinking you're cool and all of that, and I'm so I know. Like, what did you benefit from that other than looking like a piece of shit? Nothing.
Nice. Okay, Shushu. I have another question for you. What's worse to you, if someone confronts you or silently pulls away?
What's worse?
Yeah.
If someone silently pulls away, hands down, 1,000%.
What if you've done like really bad things that they can't confront you with?
Well, I can only speak for myself. I'm not a type of person who does really bad things. So I cannot comprehend why someone would walk away from me.
Like, would you think some people are afraid of confrontation?
So then they walk away from a whole friendship?
Yeah, some people do that. Not everyone is a tough guy, you know? Some people think it's easier to just walk away.
I'm sure there is, but I have a lot of trouble understanding that type of mentality because I would never do that to somebody that I have so many memories with and I love very much. You know?
See, to me, it's like, it depends. If someone walks away from my life, go ahead, doors open. But if that person leaves my life and then I hear them talking about me, like, hello, that's when I blame them for not confronting.
I get what you mean.
Like, you could have just came to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So not everyone walks away يعني because they are evil or they hate you, or seriously, they're done with their friendship, let's say. Let's say they're distracted with life. Let's say they grew out of this relationship. Because it doesn't happen فجأة they stop talking to you, right? So it's nothing personal with you. It's just they're walking away. But peacefully. There is
It's
such a
always hurt me a lot more. I would rather someone come and tell me I'm a piece of crap
then
and talk down at me, and I know for a fact, okay, our friendship ended because of this,
but that's hard.
than someone just walking away from me, especially that I thought so highly of them and I love them so much. And the reason why I'm saying that, because it has happened to me.
Yeah, but in your case, I know the details, guys. You don't. In that case, the person did talk about you behind your back.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why it was very negative.
I don't know. But me personally, I'll say it with full honesty, أنا بتدمر emotionally if someone just stopped talking to me or walked away from me or changed their dynamic with me, like the frequency of talking or whatever, with no explanation.
I'll keep that in mind.
I mean, that's not a warning to you. I'm just saying based on the prompt that I got. But طيب, how about we end this in a good note? Earlier, we mentioned that we're both in a very good situation now compared to before.
Yes.
Tell me, what advice do you give like people? How do you think, what helped you personally to get to the place you are? Like, what advice do you have for people? Kind of like a cheat sheet.
Okay. I'm still not in my ideal place. I'm still open for friendships. Hello, this is an ad. I think first step is know your worth. Okay, I know everyone hears this all over Instagram and TikTok, but seriously, find one friend who will tell you the truth about yourself if you're in doubt. You need a reality check. You go to the person you trust. That person has rules. Yeah, you have rules to choose that person. It's a person that wants the best for you. يعني حب لأخيك ما تحب لنفسك, you know, like they truly celebrate you. They're not only there when you're miserable. And I'm going to stop here. There's a lot of characters for this person. That is imaginary. Shushu for me, probably a lot of the people, كمان, alhamdulillah, I was surrounded by in that difficult time. Number 2 is don't be afraid to follow your senses. Like, there was so many times that I was getting disrespected straight on, but these people don't do anything obvious. And I questioned myself. It's okay to also find a person to consult, but trust your feelings. Stop doubting yourself. You don't need to go ask 10 people what's the right decision. And I think, Shushu, you agree with me. We had a phase where we questioned every single thing. We would call each other, this and this happened. Am I imagining it?
Yeah.
You know? And that's what they do. They make you question your reality. No, do not question your reality. If something is happening in front of you, it's real. If you feel it, it's real.
Yeah, and your feelings are real. Don't ever let anyone tell you you're overthinking, you're too dramatic.
You overanalyze. My favorite.
That is complete and utter crap.
Yep.
You, even, so what if you're oversensitive? So what? That's you.
Yes.
It doesn't mean you're wrong.
Thank you.
If they're your friends, they're supposed to steer you in the right direction and challenge what you're saying out of love, not out of judgment.
They don't attack you.
Exactly.
Number 3 is know exactly, if you're 30 plus and listening to this, you better have principles by now. You better have a strong foundation of what your life looks like or how you want it to look like.
Yep.
You better have some structure in your life. You have good work ethics, maintain them. If people criticize you for anything, I had people criticize me for having strong work ethics, you know? Like, oh, you believe too much in work, you know, just let it go, you know? Like, you don't have to even have any work ethics. And I faced it everywhere. So it could be very simple, but to you, it's a principle. Maintain it, you know? Verbalize it clearly. I'm not going to say verbalize your boundaries. That's obvious by now. Choose people who align with your vision for yourself.
1000%. It's time to cut the people who are not good for you out.
Yes.
Anna, for me, I would say that is, and Sara, I don't know about you, but that is one of the main factors of why my anxiety has dramatically decreased. Because the people in my life that I surround myself with do not trigger my anxiety.
Yes.
They accept me for who I am. They they celebrate my wins.
Yes.
And they also are there for me and to console me when I'm sad. There's no competition. It's a simple, beautiful friendship. And the people who were pretty much toxic, after I cut them off, it was
a freaking hurricane.
it was life-changing, to be honest. والله العظيم, it was life-changing. حتى الواحد يا أخي,
Take a deep breath now.
yeah, and you realize this person had such an impact on you that actually dragged you down.
Yeah.
And you don't realize it until they're out of your life.
Yeah.
Somehow they have this trance on you that you don't see. And so many people around you can tell you, oh, this person's bad for you, this person's bad for you.
You won't see it until you
Yeah.
face it.
Yeah.
And I think my last advice is be kind and have fun with your friends. I think I wasn't having fun. I wasn't asking people to have fun with me also. I didn't know, because I've been in the rut for a long time around negative people. I was seeing their needs all the time, their fun description. I ignored what's fun for me. And I started thinking, I'm not fun.
Right.
So always remember what you like about life, what you like to do, and you will find people who want to do these things with you.
Yeah. Like, guys, I don't know, YOLO, if that's still a thing. Like,
Yes,
honestly, we all only have one life. كلنا. ولا حدا عارف إمتى الله رح ياخد أمانته.
صحيح.
Stop wasting your time. Be happy. Enjoy life. Enjoy it with the people that you genuinely love. وطز في الباقيين يا أخي.
And if you can't be happy, go see a doctor, please. I'm serious. We have a lot of mental issues lately. So
Definitely, ما في غلط, 1,000%. It's a little taboo in our culture, but guys, عن جد, if there's really some trouble, please go get the help. ترى, again, حياتكم is very precious. This life, your life is very precious and you matter. And I really hope, like, if you're struggling or something, that you actually get the help and you surround yourself by the correct people.
yes. And don't be that person who will go get help because they're surrounded by negative people and bad people. Like, be aware that you're in trouble right now. You might feel alone, but you can always rebuild your circle.
Definitely.
Thank you, Shushu, for inviting me today. It was fun.
Thank you, Sarsoor. Bye, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it.